Alrighty, The International. Now, a lot of people are calling this movie confusing. The narrative is a little weak at times, but I think that's mainly just because they just introduced so many characters, but really it was all revolved around in the same thing, but there was just so many people to remember. In the end, I'm just like, okay, who was the point of this person? What was the point of them doing this? And that's the thing, this is a flawed movie, but I loved it. It's really weird. You know, it's not perfect, but I just enjoyed it so much. Now, it's over 2 hours, about 2 hours and 13 minutes, I think. I don't know why I know that exact. I don't even think that's right. I was really engaged in this film about the whole time, although it is a little confusing at times. Really, you just gotta pay attention. I think you'll be good. This movie is being marketed as a big shoot-'em-up action film. Hey, Clive Owen was in Shoot 'Em Up. But it's really not. There's about two action scenes in this movie, and they're done great. And I think because they're the only action scenes, they're a lot more impacting. The scene where Clive Owen is first handed a gun, I just wanted to stand up and shout, "Get some!" The only big problem I had with my theater experience tonight was how for about 15 minutes in the middle, there was like yellow streaks through the film. And when I bought my ticket, the lady said, hey, if it's scratched in the middle, you're going to experience some problems in the middle of the film for about 15 minutes. I had no idea it was going to be that bad. I was getting a headache the size of your mom's butt. Thankfully, they did stop for about a really big action scene. It's really the highlight of the movie. It is amazing, but I don't care about action. This movie is fine. This movie's lack of action is fine. I do not care. This movie was very intense, very engaging, very involving, and really just a very overall well-made film. The dialogue overall is really good. Maybe the way some of the lines were delivered was a little off, a little too sophisticated. Maybe the dialogue's a little too good. I don't know. Maybe that doesn't make sense, but just like people don't really talk like that. So yes, this is a complicated film. I think some people are just gonna be really confused, too confused to like it. The narrative really isn't that bad. Able to follow along, but there was just some minor things that made me think back. I'm like, alright, I don't get how this had anything to do with anything after all, you know, they never really went back to it. And some people are really going to hate the abrupt ending. I thought it was alright. Kind of would liked scenes of Aftermath, but instead there's some like headlines of papers that explain what happens after the movie during the end credits, which is fine. You know, that's not that big of a deal. I do definitely recommend this film. I do think it is the best film of 2009 so far, and I loved Taken, but this film is just a whole lot more than Taken, really. Taken was just a fun action film, a spectacular fun action film, but this movie's really the whole package. It does have some minor flaws, but really the great scenes in this movie just totally made me forget the flaws. This is a really good movie. So overall, I'm gonna give The International a 9 out of 10.